Katie, what'd you get me for Christmas?
Well, you'll find out on Christmas Day.
We were joking about getting everyone here as a couple they're buying Christmas gifts for, I would assume. No judgment. And how Derek was saying
if you're one of those couples that doesn't do Christmas gifts.
We've done that a year.
We've done that before.
Yeah.
I thought that was our thing, but sometimes Katie likes to say, no, actually, we will do gifts this year. So I guess it's whatever she's feeling.
I could see even not even that long, 5 years into marriage, being like, hey, we have everything, we don't need anything. Let's go.
Right. That's what I thought.
To New Zealand.
Yeah.
But
well,
she wants one.
Last year, we're not going anywhere this year. So last year we did go do a trip. But then I also asked for a gift, so.
It does start to be like Katie got a new car like a couple weeks before her birthday.
Yeah.
So I just got her a little tiny something. I was like, well, it was kind of the car, right? Mm-hmm. She's like, I don't know about that.
No.
Well, hold on. But then she was like, I mean, that's fair, but also lack of communication. That's what it comes down to.
The issue with the gift was that he got me and his sister the exact same thing.
I did. Derek, her and my sister.
Thank you, Derek.
Her and my sister's birthday is a week apart. So like one of the first ones was like, oh, this is great. I'll just get them the same thing every year.
Cool.
That's cool,
every
right?
single year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
2 birds, 1 stone. And she informed me maybe that's not. Maybe I should.
That's not very thoughtful.
We're learning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I had to buy my sister a Toyota the next year.
Yeah.
We were joking about the car holiday commercials and how like if either would that work with any couple situation? I'd love to hear y'all. Like if I showed up with a car for Katie, like Merry Christmas, there is no chance I could nail it for like she would be like, well, this isn't exactly what I picked. And if she did it to me, I would be furious because like, okay, let's maybe discuss $20,000 plus purchases.
What's the interest rate on this? You know,
Yeah.
I'd be like asking like, how much did you put down? Oh, that's the salesman.
The car market's about to crash.
Yeah.
Have you not
He
seen
was
this?
so nice. He said I didn't have to put any money down. Okay, well now that's a bigger loan. And what is the interest rate on this? I mean, I know that we're trying to fight inflation. Now is not a good time to surprise someone with a car.
Would you or Rachel, or could you even fathom that working well? Or what's y'all's financial vibes, do you feel like? I feel like every couple has the accountant and the person who'd be homeless without the accountant.
My wife gets a notification if I spend $5 at Casey's. So
yeah.
Well, Casey is the name
Derek.
of another woman.
Yes.
So, I mean,
who
that's
he
fair.
supports. And the family, yes.
Yeah.
He's a family man.
Casey
Like
with a K.
you give Casey's $40 every week. I mean, I don't know.
What's going on there?
Generous.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely the accountant. I'm the spreadsheet
You
guy.
are.
I'm always looking into everything. All right. And not like a budget, but it's like, let's keep an eye on like just how much is coming in, how much is going out. Where Rachel would just rather live in a world where it's just bartering, just like 2 goats for 5 eggs. You know, like it's Settlers of Catan at all times. I give you good, you give me good.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I think she would. Yeah, she's just a lot more laid back with that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Katie.
Money's like a little mythical to me.
Yeah. Katie.
That's a hilarious way of putting it.
Yeah. She.
What a nice way of saying I'm bad with money.
Yes.
It's like-
Money's just kind of mythical.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not irresponsible with it, but I just like
You're not.
it's just so
Can't
kind
really
of
wrap
like
her head around.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
Anyone else
She-
confused by it?
Katie, it didn't matter. We could be the brokest couple of all time. It wouldn't bother her. Or I could say I won the lottery for $1 billion. She'd be like, I just don't see how that makes it different.
I'm like, I'd still rather just eat eggs and kale for lunch.
Yeah.
So.
We were like 8 months into marriage and she was, I mean, this comes from trust. So thank you. But
Yes.
she finally was like, it just feels, can I just like, let's just log into the account so I can kind of like, just like see it.
I'd
And
be
so we
nice
sat
just
down.
to see it.
We kind of did it. I was like, all right, it's kind of what you see it? And she was like, yep. I don't think she's logged in since.
I feel like a lot of people are going to judge me from that story, but
No, I think that's very common.
That's very trusting. What even made you eventually after 8 months be like, I want to see the bank account finally? Did you listen to a podcast where a wife got like screwed over and you're like, you know what? I should probably at least look at it.
this is like pretty morbid, but honestly, I think that I was just like, well, if he goes, like, do I even know how to like access things?
If Trey passes away, I don't know what money is. So I'm going to have to figure that out.
I need
so complicated.
Yeah.
No, I think that's very common. There's always because in a good way, you don't care.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not overspending, but I just don't really I don't think about
There's
it.
one of the funniest because Katie's a rule follower. She could be too nice. So I remember when we first got married. You're thinking you're like, all right, we're a team. We're doing this. She's like, she would do a little bit of like, I was gonna buy this or that. Like, is that okay? I'm like, hey, we don't like. I trust you to like stay within our means here. Buy what you need to buy. And then about a month later, she goes rogue and spends a lot of money on something, and I'm like, well, let's maybe discuss.
Was it like a shopping spree, or was it one item?
It was one thing.
It was one thing to. It was like.
Can we get a hint at what it was?
It was like.
It was laser hair removal.
laser hair.
So it's not even something you could like bring home and like show.
It was a non-returnable product. I was sitting there and I'm like, I mean, he said like, this is good, and so I'm like, this seems fine.
So then Katie's way too sweet. So then like for months she's like, is it okay if I buy this thing for $17? Like, okay,
I
yes.
had saltines and peanut butter for lunch.
Like I said,
She really was. She's like
I said, mythical. I mean, I just.
She was like, I won't buy anything for months. I'm like, it's okay, but just we don't. She really ran with it. So, yeah, she'll.
I like to follow the rules. You said you're fine with whatever. I said okay.
So if she ever wants to move, we can't because she has a lifetime supply of.
Oh, don't worry, they're all over the country.
Oh, so
Smart.
it's such a good deal.
Smart.
I looked into it,
Rachel is Rachel's a full-time grad student right now, but can't help but keep herself so busy. So she's nannying for a family. I mean, like 4 days a week, and she's also substitute teaching 4 or 5 days a week. So it's a ton. I'm always trying to get her to like do less and just like chill out more.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to talk to her about the time value of money, and I was like, well, how much wedding planning could you get done in like a day if you didn't like sub that day? Like, how much do you get paid when you substitute? She's like, I have no idea. I was like, oh, you win.
Wow.
You win, I guess. It's hard to beat that.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know how much they pay me. And I was like, how much do you get paid nannying? She's like, they haven't paid me in like a while. I don't even know about that either. I was like, that's awesome. She's just truly doing the thing she wants to do. I was like, good
She's
for
like,
you.
I know I'm not out of money.
Yeah, she's
that's
like,
kind of how
I use a debit card, which of course Rachel's the type of girl who like I've tried to explain credit and like getting a credit card, but it's not gonna work. So I've just given up. So she's got to pay with her debit card. And she's like, yeah, I mean, there's still money in the account. They haven't declined it, so guess I'll just keep living.
See, there are people. She can't feel bad. Derek, what's your situation?
My wife she's very
on
up on it. I try to buy her a Christmas gift, and I just like, let's go pick it out together because you're gonna see when the transaction goes through.
You can't even get by it.
Yeah, and her birthday is the day after Christmas too, so she constantly gets Christmas birthday gifts together.
Do you try to differentiate the two?
I did, but not this year. I just gave in.
Yeah.
So she got a nice birthday Christmas gift.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you can't surprise her.
Not at all. But she brought me something. I have zero clue what it is. I could probably go look, but
Yeah, that's right. You never look at the accounts or anything.
no.
Here's rolling. Yeah. Good for you. Everyone, you gotta have it's a nice balance.
Yeah, I don't anticipate myself looking into bank accounts or looking at like Rachel's purchases unless I start to see stuff like showing up at the house. Like, what's this?
we occasionally, it's kind of
They're-
like, let's look through the statement this month.
Yeah, we can afford it, but maybe I've started that ritual. Maybe twice a year I sit down and I add it up and I go, did you realize you spent this month?
Yeah.
And then she goes, of course, well, I'm returning 80% of it, which she does do.
That is true.
But I'm like, that doesn't, I mean, she is probably buys and returns, like gets full of her money back on, I don't know how many thousands of dollars of things.
Oh yeah.
Katie's basically
She'll
her own
spend,
like
like-
consignment store.
Oh,
Stuff's always
absolutely.
coming in and out.
Absolutely.
It's just phenomenal.
She's a flea market.
She'll spend $3,000 until she finally finds the one item, $180 dress. She's
That
bought
is
and returned
super
60
accurate.
things.
Yes.
That is exhausting. I would never.
I
do that.
agree. It is.
Katie's like, I don't want to do
She's
it.
like, you made me move to this Midwest town where there's no good shopping.
I mean,
so what do you want me to do? She
There's very
loves that.
few. There is a couple of good shopping, but it's very limited. So online it is, And maternity clothes, you can't buy maternity clothes anywhere except maybe Target.
Oh no, now she's ranting.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got a little soapbox here.
I need that's
Just
enough
kidding.
button.
So yeah, let us know how you and yours do it. I think that's hilarious. And
Yeah, I don't think I want to pick the fight. Not that it would even be a fight. I don't even think I want to go down that road because like I don't want her to see how much I'm spending on golf. So it's probably just
Right,
best
right,
if
right.
it's like, no, we're fine.
I was proud. I've mentioned how I've deleted all my sports gambling apps. because not because I was losing too much, but because I just felt I was too.
You were
it was
making
taking
too
up
much.
yeah, I felt bad.
That
No.
was not
No.
the case.
No,
taking.
not because I was losing, but I think it was. Well, I just get addictive, and
Yeah.
like I would just think about it too much. I'd be like, all right, tonight's game's on. What are we doing?
Like Jake
So I
said,
stopped. It's very peaceful. 'Cause
time
now I
and
just
money. It's
right.
you're
Now I just peacefully watch sports. It's way better.
good.
Speaking of World Cup,